thing that's frustrating is like like the competition's coming up, like I'm like sitting here being like I hope Enzo wins some competitions, but like I'm looking at the comps and it's like
what?
Like I don't know what he's gonna win.
What
like
do you
if it's
mean?
the comps that I think are coming up, like all those
talking about questions,
like question kind of comps, stuff like that. Like
he probably doesn't know any of it, right?
He literally has said multiple times, like I go with what I feel.
Yeah.
That's how you answer. You don't even think, you just go with what you feel. How is that how you answer questions?
I was thinking in relation to Christmas, if we say cut her, Tyler would have nobody. So he'd be forced to be obviously tight with you and kind of like we'd pull him into. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd have no other option.
Yeah. I think it's just tough when in this scenario there's like, I don't know.
What?
It's like, you know, like just like when there's someone like Kevin who like I think he's just a wild card.
It sucks.
Because
That's what
at the end of the day, I could have said, hey, there's a bigger plan and this is the case, and like he still would be such a wild card because I don't think he's I don't think he was mentioning to me, but I know Davon gave him so much information, and that's why for me that's even more of a wild card that I don't want to deal with, because like he wasn't fully like disclosing everything with me. Like he was mentioning some stuff, and he was always mentioning the web, like that you said to Davon, that Davon said to you.
I was like,
but he wasn't telling me like the names and shit. But he was always like talking about this web, and he put it on Ian. He said that Ian described all of this stuff.
Yeah, no.
And like I think Ian had this moment and like described everything. And so
that was Davon.
It was Davon, and so like that's why for me when he was saying Ian, I was like, okay, you're lying. Like there's just nothing. And so for me, somebody that has that plus is always going based off of what he hears. Plus is still like waiting to try to hear more stuff. It's like
I think it just comes down to like not as a decision maker, but just in general, like David and Kevin versus Christmas and Tyler. Obviously, these two have a bigger chance of winning. You can't rule these two out because you can't. But but
I'd
be less afraid of those two winning.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest.
I'm saying.
Like, Tyler, is somebody I think like I'm as afraid of Kevin winning as I am of Christmas winning. Like they're on the same like.
Yeah, but
Christmas didn't win HOH. She was handed HOH.
I know, but we talked about this yesterday. But however, think of not this Thursday, but next Thursday in Tyler's season would be the endurance competition. Christmas didn't play in an endurance competition. She didn't get to play on her season either. Like I'd say for me personally, I'm always confident going into them. I would be against her. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. But I think so like in these endurance competitions, I'm honestly in the endurance competitions, like I'll battle out Tyler any day. Like if he's on the wall, I will not fall off the wall.
Yeah.
Like he'll never be able to beat me out of pure, like he'll have to be so much more mentally strong than me, because like I don't
also won the spinning disc one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm not sure. I think he did win that one because he won one of them. The other one he dropped off. But like for me, this last endurance, I was like, I know like he's going to have to seriously last a long time, because like I'm not going to just drop.
I know, but I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about Christmas.
I think so. For me, I'm worried about him because I think her foot is going to be a big hindrance.
I don't think so. And I think Christmas, like, because she's done all that competing and blah, blah, blah. Like, she's mentally strong in that kind of stuff. And that's what it is.
But the thing is like, I think you're mentally strong, and it's like, we know, like, what
I'm just saying, if I'm afraid of anyone in this house against endurance, it's her.
Okay.
And you know me, like, I'm a realist. Like, I know if, like, I'd be like, I don't know, like, this and that. Like, I'm going into endurance, I'm always very confident.
Right.
However,
but you have,
with her, I'd say nervous of her.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree that. I just think I put more to Tyler than to her. Because I feel like Tyler's a little more like wiry. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a little more like you have the strength and you have like that wiry kind of like endurance fit.